I'm really concerned with the way some of these men think these days in relationships with women. My husband, who's a narcissist to the bone, has almost every characteristic of a narcissist, acts like the female in our relationship, y'all. Straight up. He doesn't believe in happy wife, happy life. He believes in happy husband, happy life. That's what he believes. He believes that he can be disrespectful to all of us, me and my two girls, and we also have to respect him and bow down to him and make sure he's happy, and make sure he's getting complimented, making sure he gets a, pat on the head, good job at work today. Meanwhile, he hasn't fed anything that I need. He hasn't filled up my cup with this much water. So guess what? I stopped complimenting him. I stopped praising him because he never spoke life into me, into my dreams, into my aspirations. So I stopped because this was a one-way street. That's how narcissists roll, right? So now that I'm not complimenting him anymore, I'm the problem. I don't compliment him enough. I don't say good job, buddy, at the end of the day to him. And it's like, sir, where are you speaking life into my dreams and my hopes? You don't even know what my dreams and hopes are. You never even bothered to find out. So the fact that this man is whining like a child that he's not getting a pat on the head and getting a good job from me every day is so crazy. These men are, the way they think, they are broken. They are broken, and he cannot see. He cannot see how he is acting. He cannot see that this is all on him, and he is acting this way. Narcissists, like, their reality is so perverse and so, their reality is not really reality. They make up a false reality in their head where they are the center of the universe, and they believe everybody needs to be thinking about them and praising them 24/7, and they don't fill anyone else's cup up. He doesn't parent. He doesn't do anything, okay? He doesn't make sure my car is safe for my girls and I to drive in like a man should, like check my tires. Guess who does that? My father, who's 70-something years old. Guess who comes over and takes care of my backyard because my husband doesn't? My father, who's 70-something years old. Men these days are not real men anymore. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Y'all act like little boys. You really do. And you get mad when a woman levels up and finds out who she really is and finds out her worth, and you can no longer manipulate and gaslight her into your bullshit anymore. And you're like, I want the old you back. No, you don't. You know that this is a better version of me. You just want to control me, and you can't anymore. You can't control me anymore because I don't believe the bullshit. I don't believe the lies. I'm not falling for the gaslighting. I'm not thinking everything's my fault. I'm not thinking I'm mentally ill anymore because you said I am. Get out of here.
I saw this clip of a woman complaining about her husband, calling him a narcissist and saying all these things that, I guess prove he's a narcissist. And also saying that, and just maybe look, you know what, I'm gonna look at her other videos, okay? Then see another video saying she's a stay-at-home mom, so this man's providing for her and the kids. And then also saying that she can't divorce him, whatever. And then also saying that, she has been abusive herself, in the sense that she's a person who will yell, throw things, just be verbally abusive and stuff like that. This is something that we don't talk about because we always see the surface level kind of thing. And I guess I'm kind of seeing the surface level too, but when you dig a little bit deeper, it's not as surface level. Is that we and women do this constantly online, is that they go online to find sympathy, validation from women. Because if you say, oh, I'm married to a narcissist, women will clamor, women will just like jump to support you. But like I said, if you dig in deeper, or at least a bit deeper, and then really dissect things these women say, you will actually see that, one, they are toxic themselves. And that's why I believe toxic people attract toxic people. People with the toxic traits attract or attracted to other people with a toxic traits. The insanity to, and this is the thing where maybe I'm alone in this, because women consistently say you can't leave these men, you can't leave this man. You could, because women do it every day. Women predominantly file for divorce, so women have shown you can leave these men, and women have shown you can leave these men safely. It's that a lot of times these women are toxic themselves, so they want to fool themselves into thinking that they can't leave, and they put themselves into situations where that wouldn't be good to leave. You married a man that you deem narcissist. You also put yourself in a position where you're a stay-at-home mom to a man that's a narcissist. Instead of, you know what? One, how about not marry him? How about not have kids with him? How about vet him properly? I guarantee you, because this is the thing, women do it a lot. They ignore the red flags. They ignore red flags throughout the relationship. You know, the girlfriend-boyfriend period, they ignore it. Throughout the dating period, they ignore it. Hoping that one, either they ignore it, they don't see it, or they choose not to see it, or two, they hope these men will change. That's the insanity of it. So that's the thing where then when they're married, now they're like, you know what, he hasn't changed. I'm surprised he hasn't changed. And you know what, I'm fed up. I hate this. He's this, he's that. But you know what, I can't leave him. I'm not gonna leave him, or whatever. It's like, that's why like when you actually listen to women's stories, not just like, oh, the headline, I'm married to a narcissist, and then just blindly support. Actually, when you listen to people's story, it shows you that, you know what, yeah, he's toxic, but you know what, you're just as toxic. You have toxic traits yourself, so no wonder you're married to a type of man like that. No wonder you're not leaving. Because here's the thing, how about get a job? How about divorce the man? How about, you know, get a restraining order? There's so many things you do. Get a job. No, you don't want to work. You don't want to work. It's like, that's why, like, I've said this countless times before, I don't have sympathy for women when it comes to dating, relationships, the dating market, anything when it's men and women dynamics. I have zero sympathy, because honestly, the majority of time, women prove men right. Women prove men right. You know, that's the thing where, because this is the thing, I'm not saying all, this is, of course, is not necessary to say all, it's generally, when you hear women's stories, actually dig in deep with their stories, you see the flaws, you see the holes, you see why, you know what, I can see why, you know, you're with this kind of man. I can see why, you know, you're not leaving this man. I can see that you are just as toxic as this man. So that's why I have no sympathy, because women are just, they're manipulators themselves, and they're
I don't know if you're a man, but I'm guessing you are from this comment here. Men always leave silly comments on my page, not understanding, of course, because they don't understand much. So, you know, they say things like this and ask stupid questions like this. And yes, there is such thing as stupid questions. So, I'll be blocking all the men on my page who comment, who say silly things like this and ask silly questions, because you obviously are so ignorant that you have no idea what it's like for a woman who's a stay-at-home mom with an abusive man, that you ask questions like that. So it really just proves my point even more about these silly little boys that are running around. It just proves my point more. So yeah, block. You do realize it's very hard to leave a narcissist because the possible spirit campaigns, etc., that they do if you leave. Yes, and I am terrified of this reality. I know that divorcing a narcissist is ugly. I know that he isn't going to be fair. He's already made threats saying he has receipts. And these receipts he's talking about, I really don't know what receipts he has. I don't think he has any, to be honest. So at one point in our relationship, I was really bad with reactive abuse. I would start to throw things. I would blow up. I would be yelling because I was confused and didn't understand what was going on and why I couldn't get in his head what I was feeling and why he couldn't understand how much he was hurting me. Like, it would really, really bother me and I would explode. So I think maybe those are the receipts he's talking about. But yeah, that's a smear campaign. They're going to make you look like you're the crazy one and that they're the victim, because he always plays the victim. He still is. He still won't admit anything. And that's scary. That's really scary. I guess that's why I started talking about it, because I really don't know what else to do when someone is constantly trying to alter your reality and alter the truth. I just wanted to come on here and get my truth out there, because I am terrified of this. I am terrified of this because he's good at it in the beginning when you first meet him, and he has you fooled. And I'm so scared people would believe him, because I got 2 girls and I'm a mama bear. No one's messing with my kids or taking my babies. See, that's the thing. Get you a loving dog who loves you unconditionally. These men want to be loved unconditionally when they are pieces of shit and treat us like garbage and manipulate us and gaslight us. And the second we start not liking it, start getting some self-esteem to us, start loving ourselves, then it's a problem. Then it's stay single, do you, be in peace, because these women are going to call you out on your bullshit. And that's what a real woman does. A real woman is going to call out your flaws. And a lot of men don't like that. Okay? They want a girl. I'm not going to use the word woman. They want a girl who's going to keep her mouth shut and is going to take the gaslighting, going to take the manipulation, and take their bullshit. And if they don't have a woman like that, they'll just go get a dog. Because they don't want a real woman. Most men don't want a real woman who knows her worth, because they can't handle it. Men cannot handle a real woman. And it's clear as day to me now. Like, the second I started loving myself is when my husband started to not like me anymore. Imagine that.
The man you date is a reflection of you. If he is not investing in you, investing in your education, investing in your mind, helping you win, you have no business being around that person. So if you're dating losers and you're dating people that don't view you in a high manner, you don't view yourself in that manner. Stop dating losers, babe.
I need women to explain me the logic. So you need a man to help you win. You need a man to invest in you. You need a man to help you with your education, your finance. It's like, does it not sound like you're the loser as a woman? That you need someone to help you win? You need someone to invest in you. You need someone to upgrade your life. It sounds like you're the loser. It also sounds like you are actually dating someone on equal standing as you. Because if he couldn't help you win. But you weren't winning. So it sounds like you're dating it sounds like you're dating someone with equal standing on your equal playing field. So it's just like dating the loser, when in actuality you're the loser yourself. It's like these advice is so idiotic. It's so delusional. It's like it sounds immensely selfish. It's like me. What you can do for me? What you can do for me? What are you doing for me? If you're not doing anything for me, you're a loser. Yet never once do any of these advice by women say anything. How do you treat a man? No. It's how men should treat you. That is the absolute insanity, absolute utter selfishness of so many women. And this is advice women give other women. Yes, that is how you produce productive, good, healthy relationship. What someone else can do for you. Not about, how do you improve yourself to be a better partner for someone else. No. Because it's not about others, it's about yourself. Selfishness. And it amazes me that you think promoting selfishness is a good way to promote long-term healthy relationships. It sounds delusional to me. It sounds idiotic. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, because this is geared towards women, and plenty of women agree with it. Make it make sense. How does being selfish produce a long-term healthy relationship? And how does saying that someone else should help you win not make you a loser? Absolutely idiotic.
Why would I accept 50-50 when I already know that there are men capable out there of taking care of me 100%? I've already experienced being taken care of 100%. Why do you feel like you could talk a woman down that has been taken care of 100% down to 50?
Where are those men now? Where are those men now? If you experienced it, why aren't you with it? That's the insanity of women. Okay, it's not like you don't know, you haven't been with good men. It's not like you haven't been with men that provide, but where are they now? You couldn't make it work. That's the thing. It's one, either you didn't like him, or two, he didn't want to be with you anymore. So what does that say? You couldn't make it work with a man that fits your standards. So men will say that, you know what, if it doesn't work for you, then honestly, you don't qualify for it. It wasn't right for you. Because this is the thing where men see, if those men were right, you would still be in it. If the men that you say, oh, I've dated millionaires, I've dated six-figure men, I dated providers, okay, great. Where are they now? That's the thing. Dating them and then not being with them anymore means what? You couldn't make it work. It didn't work for you. So maybe you qualify for something else. Maybe you are a better fit for 50-50. Maybe. It's just that, again, if you had these men that you are talking about, these women are talking about, I've dated high-value men, I've dated rappers, I've dated entertainers, I've dated CEOs, I've dated millionaires, six-figure men, I've dated the models, I've dated the 6-foot men. Okay, where are they now? Why couldn't you make it work with these men that you say fit your standards? Why? That's the thing what women can never understand. They can never really even answer. If you say these men meet your standards, you're not with them. Obviously, maybe you don't qualify for these types of men. Maybe you don't fit with these types of men. How about think about that?
He's so nice, and he's the guy that I should want. But it's like I need a little bit of like a, you're going to send me to the psych ward, and it's just not giving that.
You know, one thing I love about the internet, it has awakened men to the reality of women. Because men always believe this, right? Men always believe this, but now that women are so willing to share these insanities, men have proof. Men have proof. It's no longer just a word between men, okay? It's the way of the world. That's the thing. Where men have always said women love the bad boys. Women love men that are toxic. Men have always said that, but women have always denied. Oh, no. But we've constantly seen proof that women constantly love the toxic men. They say all this shit against them, but yet they always choose these toxic men or want men with toxic traits. And that's why I've said it. I love the internet. I really do. Because it just, especially as a content creator, it will always give me proof. Always give me evidence. Always give me something to talk about and evidence to the things I say. That's the thing where, okay, if everything I have is counterintuitive to my argument, what can I say? What can I say? I have no proof. Yet you can constantly prove this shit. You can constantly, and it's not one-off thing. These aren't one-off videos, right? Men know it. These aren't one-off videos. These are continuous. You constantly see women say things, do things that obviously they want the bad men. They want the toxic men. The Wade Wilson shit. And no, that was like hundreds to thousands of women. It's just, that's the thing where women can't understand. They say all these things, but they don't understand the world is bigger than themselves, right? Usually these conversations are general. Men know not every woman, but a lot of times, in a lot of cases, a lot of kind of arguments, it could be more than majority, right? It could be majority to like 51% to, man, like 90, 80% of women. So this is the thing where it is just sad that women rarely just recognize reality, right? Men know it. Why? Well, the saying, the good guys finish last, because again, women prove it. Women prove it. Yeah, this is the thing where, a lot of times, I think it's in our DNA, or maybe, it's like biology. It's just how we are. We love these, because maybe the insanity where toxic men are hyper masculine or whatever, because maybe they're hyper violent. It's probably, I don't know, maybe it's overproduced. Like, I think women have a very propensity of loving emotional highs, the endorphins of dopamines of high and low emotions, right? Extremely happy, extremely sad. So they go for the men that can manipulate those emotions, manipulate well. So yeah.